is the lineup this evening for Farragut. Batting first will be number 12, Parker Evans. Batting second will be number 13, Bryce Berkey. Batting third will be number 2, Tanner Kim. Batting fourth will be number 1, Angus Pence. Batting fifth will be number 17, Hudson Seigler. Batting sixth will be number 6, Jackson Peace. Batting seventh will be number 33, Lucas Butner. Batting eighth, number 8, Brennan Seigler. And batting ninth will be number 7, Jake Dallas. Blount Governors. Starting at second base will be number 2, Colby Abbott.
Return to the mat. You know what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up and
Starting on the mound tonight,
and then checking a new hit again.
And batting second in the lineup will be number 6, Brody Kirkland. Starting at left field and batting third in the lineup, number 21, Will Vance. Starting at third base and batting fourth in the lineup, number 35, Brandon Toggett. Starting at catcher and batting fifth in the lineup, number 38, Trevor Ewan. Starting at shortstop and batting sixth in the lineup, number 16, Justice Bell. Starting at first base and batting seventh in the lineup, number 31, Jacob Patterson. Starting at right field and batting eighth in the lineup, number 12, Avery Crabtree.
We give it to the people, spread it across the country.
And starting at center field, batting ninth in the lineup, number 27, Joe Matokian. At this time, please rise and gentlemen remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome, Govs fans. This is Richard Turner alongside Chris Bales tonight, and we're at Charlie Palelo Field. And we are ready to, the Governors are ready to face the, I believe they are the number 24 in the nation, Farragut Admirals. So got a good one on deck tonight. We'll go over the lineups real quickly here as far as we know them. Do we have the Farragut one already?
Yeah, it's right here.
I'm trying to, why don't you just read it?
All right, starting off with Farragut Admirals, you have number 12, Parker Evans, number 13, Bryce Berkey, number 2, Tanner Kim, number 1, Angus Pence, number 17, Hudson Siegler, number 6, Jackson Peace, number 53, Lucas Buckner, number 8, Brennan Siegler, number 7, Jake Dallas.
All right, so that's the Admirals here. That was the Admirals, and we'll get to the Govs lineup here in a minute. We'll try to go through it. Who's the first guy here?
Now batting for Farragut, number 12, Parker Evans.
Parker Evans. So, Chris, I heard the first 3 batters in the lineup are already signed to go at different places. I can't remember which ones they. I had Mr. Kirkland sent me a page, but I can't look at it right now. But the first 3, I think, at least one of them's going to Kentucky, one of them's going to Tennessee.
And then I think at ETSU, maybe.
Maybe ETSU. I think they may have had 2
They've
Tennessee
got a lot
players,
of talent. They've got a history of good talent coming out of Farragut.
Rhodey gets ahead 1-2. But anyway, talking with Coach Young earlier, they also have, I think, 3 or 4 freshmen that are in the starting lineup or generally in the starting lineup. So to be ranked that high, as Rhodey knocks, he didn't care about the rankings. He just struck out the first guy. He said, rankings? What rankings? No rankings. Only rank I know is 3 strikes.
That's right. That's right. You know, that's typically unheard of to have a freshman starting for Farragut because they've actually got, 3 teams?
Yeah, that's if he makes a little bit late. Couldn't quite get to it.
Bad throw. That happens. That was a good bunt. You know, the grass has probably still got a little bit of moisture in it, which is going to, help and hurt all in the same aspect.
Right. I was talking to Coach Young right before this, and he said that not only is it wet, but because it's been raining, they haven't mowed it since Wednesday. So you're getting double slowness out of it. You're getting the wet and you're getting the height of the grass. So he said that'd be something I'd look out for today. It's going to be slower than it was even when it's wet, and I think we just saw it already.
Yeah, if you're expecting a bunt, you need to play way up today. It's a good pitch from Rhodey. Yeah, William Blount's started off pretty hot this season. I mean, they lost a close one to Maryville the other night, but you saw a lot of promise in them. After their first, I think their very first game, they kind of got handled against Hardin Valley, but
yeah, I didn't know the score of that game. I missed it.
I think it was like 11-2 or something like that. It was.
They beat Catholic.
I mean, it's the first game.
Turn around, and beat Catholic.
Yeah, beat Bearden.
Beat West, which West was probably expected. No offense to West, but
no.
They're in a good spot here.
Good pitch.
Another strikeout by Rhodey. He's got 2 already.
Number 1, Angus Pence.
Angus Pence is up to bat. He looks like a baseball player.
Yeah, he's.
Or just some people just look like it. He's got the body of a baseball player in high school. So.
Rhodey's doing a good job at keeping him close at first. You don't want to give them the opportunity to get in scoring position. Not with the talent they have at the plate.
Runner's going. Kind of an odd throw by you.
I think
I'm
it-
not
I
sure
think
what.
it- I
I'm not
think
sure
it-
what just happened.
I think he had a good grip on it.
It almost hit Rhodey. Rhodey had to. If Rhodey would have ducked, he would have been hit. He fallen off towards third base. If he would have. Comes a 1-0 count, 1-0 pitch. Hit in play.
And hit where they're not.
Yep, they're going to hold him at third,
Good
hold him
play.
at first. Well, that's what you want, honestly.
Number 17.
I'm a big proponent of pitching to contact. You can't strike out everybody, and if you did, that'd be a bunch of pitches.
Yeah.
So, if you have a good defense, let your defense make the plays, and I feel pretty confident about our defense. I mean, we're pretty solid most everywhere.
Yeah, we are. We are. We've got a lot of talent. I mean, some of it's probably not as noticed as some of these, schools, but we've got a lot of talent. We got a lot of good ball players.
Yeah, our infield's pretty strong. I mean, we have a couple, 2 or 3 first basemen that could play, and you got Bell. Speaking of that, not that it was his fault, but the runner was going. Bell steps towards second to cover.
Now
They hit
batting
right
for the
where he
Admirals,
left.
number 6, Jackson
So-
Peace.
With that, the Admirals get on the board, 1-0, and we run into my theory of you got to have another. William Blount had to score 1 anyway,
That's right. That's right.
so
You can't win the ball game unless you score one.
yeah. So no harm here with 1 run, but it'd be nice to get this other out. As Rhodey looks like he pulled the string on that one. I'm not going to lie, it's nice to have a second person. Tyler.
Hey, Tyler's done an excellent job of
Yeah,
filling in.
He's been playing like triple duty, so he would it was kind of fun watching him work because he would do the sound, take his headphones off, do the sound, do the announcement, put his headphones back on, try to say something would happen. He had to take them back off and get whatever. So
Very talented kid. Hey, he's wanting to be in that line of work.
well, that's what we were talking about the other day. That's it. Rhodey strikes out. I forgot his name, but he struck him out. Anyway, way to end the first, top of the first inning. We're going to take a break. We'll be back in the bottom.
Colby Abbott.
So we're back here. Govs are down 1-0 after the top of the first inning. We've got Colby Abbott leading off for the Govs. See if we can get that run back. As he takes first pitch for a ball. Make that 2-0. Can you help me out? Who's on the mound here?
Let's see. Let me pull it up right here real quick. I just wrote down their numbers on the.
Yeah, we're not professional, so it's fine if we have to go look at our cell phone.
Look at some text messages. All right, it's number
2-1
6.
count.
It's Jackson Pence.
Pence. We'll go with Pence.
Peace. It's
Oh,
P-E-A.
Peace. All right, 2-2. He runs at 2-2.
Which he was actually the last batter in that bat.
Nice solid contact. It is gone to center, and it's an out, though.
As of right now, the sun's not playing into effect.
Yeah, it's been a beast. That's what we've talked about. The later we get throughout the season, the less that
Now
becomes a
batting for
factor.
William Blount, number 6,
Yeah.
Rody Kurt.
As of right now, when you start seeing that shadow creeping toward the pitcher's mound is when it's.
Yeah. I need to bring a radar gun up here.
It'd be
I
nice.
actually have one if I can find it. We'll give Tyler another job to track the pitches as they come. Pop up to the shortstop. It's quick 2 outs.
Now batting for William Blount, number 21, Will Vance.
Vance is up to bat. First pitch had a little movement for a strike. Yeah, he went for sure. Yeah, it wasn't even close.
It looks like we're taking a little bit more of an aggressive approach at bat, which is good sometimes.
Hey, when you got these guys throwing strikes, you hit strikes, right? That's my philosophy. Some people get all upset when they are facing a pitcher that's good. I'm like, what I mean by that is he's throwing strikes. Just swing.
He's good, just yeah.
And you know what? As there's a swing and a miss and a throw down to first on the, they called him out. So that does it for the bottom of the first. The Admirals lead 1-0. We'll be back in a moment. Same time.
Lucas Buckner.
Here we are back in the top of the second inning. First pitch strike from Rody there.
I tell you what, if you can always start your first pitch with a strike, it changes the flow. It's really, really sets up your pitching. You're not pitching from the hoe. You kind of
Absolutely.
do what you want, and that's the thing that as a pitcher you always want to start off ahead.
So I had a professional pitching coach, and I mean professional as in major league professional pitching coach. When my son was pitching, he told him, "I don't." Players, if you're listening to this broadcast, you need to talk to your coach about it. But he said, "I don't care what the coach calls on that first pitch. If he's calling it outside, inside, or wherever, you throw that sucker right down the middle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And don't worry about it." And that was probably the best advice I had heard.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody says, throw pitch, but I mean, but he was so adamant. He said even the major leagues, that's what they're trying to do.
Well, your hitters are going to hit regardless, but most of the time,
it's not going to make it. That
most
little
of the
bobble
time-
cost him. Again,
Now
another
batting
slow
for
roller
Farragut,
there.
Number 8.
What were you saying?
most of the time, your batter is going to take the first pitch. They're going to get their timing.
Yeah, most of the
They're
time,
gonna-
yeah.
And that's
If
why I say
they
throw
hit
it
them
down
off
the
of
middle.
you first, all right, tip, good job.
Mhm.
But things that can happen. You can get a strike. You get ahead. Somebody can get a hit off of you. That's another thing. Somebody could hit a homer off of you.
Mhm.
So those are two bad things, but there's so many good things that can happen. They can take it for a strike. They can swing and miss it for a strike. They
They'll
can
be behind on it, real
they'll be-
bad behind.
They can be away, all those things. But they could also hit the ball, put it in play, and you get the out. So you get a one-pitch out. So there's so
Saves
many
your pitch
good
count.
things about getting ahead on that first pitch. And even if you're going to throw a curveball, try to throw it in the middle.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what I learned. And when you start watching major leagues that close, you'll see the same thing.
Yeah, a lot of them, that first pitch is a fastball right down the middle.
So Rhodey's up 1-2 in the count. Got a runner at first. No
Now
outs.
he's got
on the
his whole
slow roller.
arsenal.
Another strikeout for Rhodey.
Now batting for Farragut,
I
number
think that
7,
makes 3
Jake
for him
Dallas.
already. So really, the score we had was off of a
It's 4 strikeouts.
4 strikeout. I missed one. Was the slow roller that got the guy on base in the first inning. And another slow roller is what got this guy on base.
Yeah, and it has to do with the field. You got the higher grass, and it's got a little bit
Yeah.
of moisture in it still.
So Rhodey got in an inning on Saturday before the rain came and took us out. They got him. Somebody at second.
Got him.
Nice play for out number 2. Rhodey threw it to first behind the runner as he was running to second, and Patterson was on his toes and threw him out at second. And he's got an 0-2 count on the batter. Make that 0-3 strikeout. I think that's number 5. That will be back in the bottom of the second, and hopefully we can get that extra run, get that run over the plate. All right.
All right, we're back here for the bottom of the second here at Charlie Paleo Field. And Brandon Coggin is stepping up to the plate. Hopefully we can get the bats going. You know, it's still early in the game, and, you know, all we need is that one run, and we've got some bats. You know, we got some hitters. So
Yeah, and like we noticed in the first inning, it's not like they're hanging back and waiting to get struck out. They're trying to be aggressive and attack the pitcher. At that point, it's just talent on talent, in my opinion. So
we're not going to give Farragut anything. You know, we're gonna fight, and that's what I like.
That just got under that one. If he center field had to run quite a ways to come in there, but
it kept it out of the sun with all the air.
Yeah.
Now batting for William Blount, number 38, Trevor Euland.
So Euland moves up a spot, I believe. I think he's kind of been batting in the 6th spot. I can't remember, but he's moved up a spot. Euland's one of those, to me, he's one of the most dangerous hitters we have.
Oh, yeah.
Misread it. Misread it.
There's the sun.
Yeah, welcome to William Blount, Farragut. Welcome to 6:23 on March 29th. And the sun. Brings up
now
Justin Bell.
The Governors, number 15, Justin Bell.
You probably couldn't see it that well on camera, but he hit a shot the other day over the scoreboard. It was more like a line drive shot.
Yeah, I didn't see the ball. I heard you saying it, and it was.
Yeah.
I mean, you couldn't even pick it up. It was gone.
So the Govs have a runner on base, first time today.
Is that
Farragut's showing a little bit of
Josh Moore, I think, on base.
Yeah, I guess Euland got a courtesy runner.
Yeah. He's got a little bit of speed.
I was just saying that, you know, he just had a drop by the center fielder and catcher just kind of threw wildly to the pitcher. Who knows? A little chink in the armor here.
So one advantage we do have, you know, is this has been our home field. We kind of know how to play the sun to a certain point. You know, some of these teams that come in once a year, they may not
expect that it's going to be that bad. They're not prepared for it. Good move. Got Josh dirty anyway over there.
Yeah. Right now is where you need to take advantage of it.
We definitely like center field. Had quite a few pop-ups already. Right back at him.
I need acknowledgement. If I got it, then tell me I got it.
Brings up Jacob Patterson up to the plate.
Now batting for William Blount, number 31, Jacob Patterson.
He had a chance at him. On the throw down to first. That good throw would have had him.
Yeah, it's a little high. If he'd have had it right there at the base, he'd have got him.
I did like the way the first baseman played that. Just one of those small things. He was in position to just make it a swipe. Like just to come down and drives me nuts when they want to like straddle the bag or stand over it in a weird way as a right-handed player.
Jacob's got some power. Let's see if Jacob can.
2-0 count.
It's in the batter's favor right now.
Come on now.
2-1, 2 outs. 1-0 lead for the Admirals. Throw over to first. Not in time. He's definitely concerned with Josh over there.
I gotta give out some props to Coach Young and his staff. They've got this field looking very good for all the amount of rain we've had over the last week.
Yeah, it's taken on a lot of water, just like everybody in Maryville has.
Yeah, I just drove by the softball field, and it's still, second base is still floating.
Yeah, we even at my house, it's usually like once every couple of years we have a little pond that grows.
Yeah.
And it's 2 years in a row that we've seen that pond, because we had a lot of heavy rain about the same time last year.
Yeah. About the time the season ended abruptly.
Yeah. We, because at my house we started getting some flooding in my basement, so that's how I remember it, because we had to deal with all that. 3-2 count. Swing and a miss. That does it for the bottom of the second. Farragut still leads 1-0. We'll see you in the top half of the third.
Reset my phone. Can I use your phone to call the next one? Until this is up.
So we had one pitch, 0-1. We missed that pitch, getting back to you, but here we are at the top of the third. Rhodey's ahead, 0-1.
This guy struck out last time up to bat, so let's see if Rhodey can keep the trend going. He's already starting off good with the 1-2 count. Got him again.
Other than that one run, Rhodey's been dealing. What is that, 5 or 6?
That'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 strikeouts.
Yeah, we actually have somewhat of a score now, because I haven't been able to keep track of it. So just having you up here to help me remember who did what, not the official score, but at least give us an idea.
Yeah.
Because I never would have remembered the guy struck out the first time. Of course, most everybody struck out at this point.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, you got 4 hits, one that bunt hit, and then a couple of slow rollers. That's it.
Come on, Roddy, find it good.
2-0 from Rhodey on this one. First batter, remember him. getting in that spot.
Yeah, it's the first time he's been.
You see that sun starting to get in on him. You can.
You see the bill of his hats went down about an inch.
When you see their face like just shining back at you, you know that's when they're at it. That's a strike. So far, the umpire's been pretty readable.
Yeah, he's been pretty consistent. I mean, he's gave a few on the corners, but nothing I'd have kind of challenged.
Right. So on Monday night, we had the same umpire that we had on Friday night, and they were completely different locations.
Really?
Yeah. Little comebacker. Rhodey takes his time, gets him out of first. 2 outs.
Now batting for Farragut, number 2, Tanner Kim.
So I was talking to Coach Young. Hopefully next week we're going to start trying to have some interviews with some of the coaches.
Okay.
You know, we're just not quite ready there with what we need. With what we need, maybe not pregame, probably more like postgame. Hopefully we do a lot of them because we probably aren't going to ask them to do it on losing games.
Right.
So hopefully we get to interview them a whole bunch. But, you know, we may move from the different coaches and talk to each one, you know, at different times. But that'll be a nice little touch at the end of the game just to have their perspective coming fresh off of wins. So Rhodey runs at 3-0. It's his first walk of the day. So the sun's come out and he started struggling just a little bit about finding his location.
Number 1,
Yeah, you can see a difference, which you're going more than likely you'll see it on the other side too. So I mean,
Absolutely.
This guy's their first base hit of the game.
So, kind of speaking of later this week, just kind of giving you the schedule and kind of how we're going to handle things. This is the only varsity game that we have at home this week. We have two JV games I know of. I can't remember what days they were. I think one's on Wednesday and maybe one on Thursday. And then something on Saturday, or maybe it's on Saturday. I was looking. Either way, this is what you need to know is Rhodey's 1-0 on this guy. Hit it third. Coggin gets it, rounds it up, and we get out of the inning. Nice play all the way around. And we'll finish the conversation about what we're doing for JV when we come back for the bottom of the third.
Crabtree.
Avery Crabtree is bringing in the third for us, the bottom of the third. First pitch is a ball. See if we can get something rolling here. Get this thing tied up. Game is moving pretty quick. It's 6:30. Game started at 6, and we're already in the bottom of the third. I've seen innings last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So, that's one thing from last week. It was pretty fast-moving games all the way through. We didn't have a lot of pitching changes, and that was nice. But kind of real quick, get us back to our schedule. It's 1-2 on Avery. Is we will probably not have an audio feed like where someone's talking to announcers for the JV game. Avery hits the second, and he's thrown out at first for the first out of the inning. So we probably won't do announcing for those games, but we will be at least having the video up.
Now batting for the Govs, number 27, Joe Matosian.
And because we don't know about the music being played and we don't want to get dinged by YouTube and Facebook, Joe Matosian fouls it off in the first play.
It's out of play.
So what happens when there's background music is we get copyright strikes from YouTube or Facebook or whatnot. So that's why when we go breaks, we turn the music off, like you can't hear anything. Well, for JV games, we're not going to be able to do that. So what we're going to do is only show the game as Job strikes out. We'll only show the game on the Gov Nation site. They won't be on Facebook. It won't be on YouTube. If you want to watch JV games, you'll have to go to Gov Nation.
Now batting for William Watt, number 2, Colby Abbott.
Because we don't have the same copyright issues. Colby shows bunt, pulls it back in time for ball 1. So anyway, JV games, all Gov Nation Network. Varsity games will be on all of our social sites and Gov Nation Network.
I think the varsities, they're actually going to be playing a Oak Ridge tournament, isn't it?
I think that's what I saw. This inning has gone very quickly so far.
I think he's probably thrown 7, 8 pitches this entire
Yeah.
inning.
I was trying to get that thing over about the Gov Nation Network, and we're already almost done with this inning. Hopefully we're not with Colby at bat as he takes a walk. That's what we needed.
That's the first 4 pitch walking.
Brody's been hot of late. He's hit 2 homers.
Now batting for the Governors, number 6, Rody Kirkland.
Both in almost the exact same spot.
Let's see if he can continue on.
Got 2 out. Abbott at first.
And this pitcher's not giving them any room at all. He's holding them tight to the bag.
Yeah, he's already established he does not want anybody stealing on him. And honestly, that's something that pitchers have to grow into. When you're in lower levels of rec league or travel ball, everybody's afraid to throw it to first.
Yep.
You get quit throwing over there because everybody, as Colby goes to second and
that ball sails.
Overthrown, not far enough away from center fielder for him to take third.
Well, now the Governors are in business. They've got somebody in scoring
hits
position,
a run.
And you've got somebody that can hit it over the fence.
Yeah, and he can hit a nice double, or a single could even score at Abbott if it's properly placed.
I think he's actually had a home run in each of the last 2 games, hasn't he?
I think so. Well, yeah, and you can't count Saturday because that wasn't.
Yeah, love that.
But yeah, I just want him to hit it hard.
He's very capable of doing that.
But anyway, just the pitcher. A good pitcher is comfortable throwing over there as many times as needed. And that's the key word, needed. Like to do the thing of keeping them close to first.
And with some velocity at that,
Yeah. 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. Outside and low. Yeah, so that's just kind of my thing is I think some of these lower level coaches were like, they don't have a game plan. Like they don't teach them to why are you holding them? They're thinking they're trying to get them out.
They don't teach them the game in the game.
Yeah, you're not necessarily trying to get them out. You're just trying to keep them where they don't run. But a lot of those younger level pitchers are trying to throw them out at first, and that's where all the tenseness happens and the crazy throws.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Your job is just to throw it over there,
or just stepping off.
Yeah,
just stepping off and just keeping them. Yeah, sometimes you don't even have to throw it.
Brody strikes out in the inning. Had a little something going there. Just gotta put it in play when we got somebody on base. We will be back for the top of the fourth in a moment. Here we are, top of the fourth. Siegler's at bat. 1-0 lead for the Admirals.
He let us off with a single. That's last at bat.
So is he the one that scored? The one?
He's the one that knocked in the run.
Okay, all right. Nice placement there. Nobody's going to get that one.
That ball's just dying.
Now batting for the Admirals,
Yeah.
number 6, Jackson Peace.
Peace is at bat, and they got a runner at first.
And he
No
struck-
outs.
Peace struck out his last at bat.
Okay. That was a late swing.
Yeah, his timing's a little off.
That was a late swing on. It wasn't a fastball, was it? No, that looked like it had a little break to it.
His timing's still a little off on that, which that just puts Rhodey ahead. And with his son, that's awesome.
That's on the corner for a strike 3. 3 pitches. Did the job for that batter. Peace out.
And that's their pitcher too.
I bet no one's ever said peace out for him.
Sometimes I've noticed, as a pitcher, when you bat, which Coach Young's big on most times, if you're pitching, you don't bat. But if you're a pitcher and you're doing bad at the plate, it sometimes rolls over, into when you're on the field.
At this point, we're looking for any glimmer of hope. Excuse me. Plays it first. Got a chance at second.
We get the lead runner. That's a good play right there.
Got the one we needed to. It was just slow enough that there was really not a chance to get anybody else to get the runner at first.
Brennan Siegler.
Knock on wood, the defense has been pretty good. the Admirals have earned the runs that they've gotten. We didn't give them anything. First pitch, fouled off to the right side, out of play for strike one. Brody's still looking pretty good on the mound here.
Number 7. The sun seems to he's settled in with the sun now. He's not getting into the hole from the get-go.
So there we go. Exactly what I was talking about. There was no intention whatsoever of Brody to get that guy first. He even threw it almost like a slow, like a slow pitch. But the job was to let him know that he's going to throw it, and to vary the way it looks coming off the mound. As he throws to first, so he can do his move later because he doesn't know what his good move looks like. 1-2 count, 2 outs. Runners going. Patterson at first. He digs it out and gets out number 3. So here we go, the bottom of the 4th. We'll be back in a moment.
All right, we're back here for the bottom of the 4th inning. And Will Vance is up to bat as he takes a big hack at it on his first pitch.
Game is moving at a lightning pace right now.
Yeah, we're flirting with Little League timing.
Yeah, it's started at 6. It's 6:50, and we're in the top of the bottom of the 4th. I think was it Vance that swung and missed last time and also tried to run the first?
Let's see here. Yes.
That brings in Brandon
Now
Coggin.
batting for the Governors, number 35, Brandon Coggin.
I have a fun time watching Coggin in the batter's box. I only say that because he's got his own style.
He's got his system.
Yeah, he's got his system. And it changes a little bit. But
now if Govs could just get their first hit of the game. I mean, they did reach on the air, with the center fielder earlier, but technically they've not had their first hit. So,
and they've hit the ball decently. That
might be.
That's an out. Yeah, you're not used to sitting up here lately because that when you first look at it, that looked a lot harder than it actually was.
Now
That's like
William Blount, number 38, Trevor Euland.
that was like when Tyler was calling the play the other day when Rhodey hit his first homer. Tyler thought it was a pop-up. It was a mile high and it went over the play.
It's just carrying fast.
Yeah, so it's just hard to get used to what it looks like
yeah.
up here. I'm not making fun of you, Tyler. I'm just making the point that getting used to the. Yeah, he's saying they also had wind that day, so he's
The wind carried it.
Yeah. Rhodey didn't know anything about wind. He just knows it was a homer as Euland goes 1-2.
He didn't want to swing right there at the last minute. He's like, I better swing.
Here you go, Trevor. Get one, baby.
Comes a 1-2 count. Pitch. Euland hits the third. Third grabs it. And here we go. The top of the fifth. Another quick inning on both sides of the ball. We'll be back.
We're back here for the top of the fifth inning, and Jake Dowse is up to bat. He's their 9-hole hitter.
Oh, yeah. Way to make a
I
play.
It looks
he
like he
actually-
plays for Dallas.
Yeah, he actually
Football.
struck out his last at bat. Let's see if Rhodey can keep the trend going.
Looks like he's seen a weight or two in his life.
Yeah.
Hey, good miss, Jake. Good miss.
I guess he called that one a little high, but looked pretty to me.
Slow roller to second. Got to hurry.
Got him.
Nice play.
Good play, Colby.
Now batting for the Admirals. Number
Looks like
12,
they've definitely
Parker
found
Evans.
their two infielders for sure.
Yeah, their center and middle infielders are kind of set.
Yeah, any baseball person will tell you, give me a strong up the middle defense and we'll have a chance. Including the pitcher.
Oh, yeah.
Get yourself a good pitcher, catcher that can stop up balls, center fielder can run them down. And you got to think of it this way: if they're two good middle fielders, they probably throw well. So your first baseman doesn't have as many crazy throws to catch.
Yep.
So all that just kind of works. What's the word? I don't even know if I like it. Synergistically. I may have just made that up, but, but it all works together to to make for a solid defense. Colby was a shortstop.
Yeah, he played shortstop up until this year, didn't he?
I believe so. But it's not the worst thing in the world to have a shortstop talent moving to second because you have someone else to also play shortstop.
Yeah.
So,
This has got a very, very good arm.
and when Bell's pitching, Colby can go to short. So,
There we go.
shot to third. Coggin throws him out for 2 outs.
Now batting for Farragut, number 13, Bryce Berkey.
I am not sure how he missed him there. I remember Rhodey doing that last year or a year before. A ball was coming right at him 2 times, and somehow it missed Rhodey. Do you remember that?
Yes,
It's
I do.
one of those, because I remember us all talking like, how in the world did that not hit him? Yeah, that's really. Mr. Kirkley said it was a matrix move or spin to get out of the way. I don't know how he did it. Anyway, definitely Rhodey's trying to go inside him. We know that.
Just a bit outside.
Ooh, that was
Not
a
a
little
bad
tight.
miss.
I think the umpire was expecting inside too.
Yeah, he was positioned over inside.
Yeah, he was positioned on the inside.
Made that ball look even farther outside.
As
There
he
we go.
strikes him out anyway. Nice job again by Rhodey as we are heading to the bottom of the 5th.
I'd say about like 8:50.
As we start the bottom of the 5th inning, Justin Bell comes up to bat and hacks at the first pitch. I believe that sun's starting to get to not being much of a problem.
If I got it, then tell me I
Yeah.
got it. Then I'm balling out of control. Keep on receiving the scholarship. Mail coming.
So far, we're just not getting the hits we need. But
We're
you
hitting.
know, I look at this game and I'm there's not much that I'm like, looking for places that we did something bad. I mean, we're still trying to break through against this pitcher.
We've had less strikeouts than they've had.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's
I
just
mean,
we've not had a hit yet. We're putting the bat on the ball. It's just not falling into play. We need that one hit to get you started.
Right.
You know, it's contagious. Hitting's contagious.
Oh, hanging curve there. Got a 2-1 count. 1 out with Bells pop up the center. Patterson's at the plate. Trying to get something done here. There's that outside pitch that we're so used to.
A little bit of activity in her bullpen. I don't know if he's just trying to get him ready just in case, going in. Rhodey's pitch count's really not that high.
Who's down there? I can't see. Who
looks like Brandon Coggin. But,
yeah,
I mean, his pitch count, I would say, I don't know for sure what his pitch count is, but I think you're allowed, is it 105 pitches?
We kind of went through that the other day, but I don't know what the
I think if you start at the 105th pit, batter, you're good.
There's
As Patterson
walk.
Takes a walk.
But I don't know what the rules are like over time, because Brody did pitch an inning on Saturday. I don't know how that is affected.
Yeah, but it should have reset it. Unless he threw.
Now batting.
He didn't throw. It was a quick inning, so.
I was gonna say he should be fine. He should have reset.
Yeah, because it wasn't enough to cause it. Yeah.
I think after 30 pitches, you have to have a day off, which you would have a day off regardless. With Sunday.
Right.
So he should be on board.
Patterson's on first.
Unless they're trying to, save him throughout the week. But the way he's pitching right now, he's only gave up 3 hits. So 4 hits.
If he's not out of pitches, you may.
I'd keep him
But
going.
again, like you said, I don't know what the rest of the schedule. Haven't paid a whole lot of attention to it.
We have Lenore City, but I don't know after that point who we're playing. We could turn right around and play these guys again. I don't know who else in that tournament or even how the weather's going to play on it this weekend.
Right.
I think Thursday the high's supposed to be in the 40s, isn't it?
I did see where it's supposed to be getting a little bit cooler. Right now, it's a beautiful night here. As it shots to short, it's going to be got to make a play at first. Did they?
He moves. He's safe.
He pulled him off.
Well, technically,
That's
that'll be
a hit.
our first hit of the game.
I'll take that as a hit. It really wasn't a. Considering
It was a hard play to make, regardless.
Yeah, that's not a bad throw based on him having to hurry. I don't think there's an error involved there. Is what I'm trying to say. Joe Matakassian is up the plate. I'm running out of words to call him. Job is due for a big hit. Why not now?
Look good. If we could get a base hit and play to run right now. We need that 1 run still.
I'm looking at the scoreboard, and I'm thinking that's a good place to put it, somewhere in that direction. So we can run around the bases a little bit. Or right center. Right center's wide open. Take strike 2.
That's the one pitch that you get as a batter that you always like, man.
Yeah, he's going to wish he
watched
swung
that
at that
all
one.
the way in, and it's just like.
Yeah, that's a right center pitch right there. He watches ball 2 just off the outside corner. So he likes to throw it outside. Let's be prepared to hit it outside.
Yeah, he's going to throw it. They're going to call it. You got to hit it.
Here comes another one probably on the outside. And they've got the runner caught. That's going to sting.
That was a communication breakdown right there.
Yeah, that one hurts right there.
That changes your whole at bat.
Come on now, kid. Hey, you're good. 3-1 head up, kid.
Job's just going to have to reset. Look for that outside pitch again, because here it comes.
It's a hard pitch to lay off of when you're that.
Especially in
That
the
count.
hole. Like I said, I think Job's due for a big hit. up the middle, a little bit of hesitancy.
Oh, there we go.
Got a runner going to third on the overthrow.
Good hustle, Joe.
Now.
Wow, that pickoff at second looks even bigger. I hate to say it.
Yeah, now that would have been a run.
Yeah, because you're exactly right.
Now batting
Not guaranteed a run, but it
Colby Abbott.
more than likely would have been a run.
Hey, get us one right
Considering
here.
Avery made it from first to third, it definitely probably would have been a run.
Now, Govs are in business with runners at the corners. They got 2 outs, and you have your leadoff up to bat. Kobe could lay a good little base hit in there. We could score a run, and possibly Job with his speed could possibly end up at third.
Yeah, and Peace is trying to find that outside pitch again.
You know, you want them to wear it. You know, you typically hear everybody on
That's
the
what I
team
was
wear it.
saying, yeah.
But when you feel the wind come by your face on that,
Yeah,
I understand why he doesn't want to wear it.
yeah. I wouldn't wear any of them. I'm too old for
Not
that.
this, not. You know, when you're in Little League and it's 50, 60 mile an hour, yeah, wearing it's good. But when you're flirting with
Or if you're-
mid-80s, 90s,
Or if you're Barry Bonds, you can wear it.
Yeah.
Because you got something that you're wearing to protect you from it. That's a hit.
down. That's a base
That's
hit.
down. That's going to bring in a tying run. They're going to be a play at third.
Govs are in business.
All righty, that's what we needed. We got a single to drive Avery home. On the throw, Colby takes second.
Now batting.
All more
for the Guns,
important
number 6, Brody
is that run
Franklin.
at second, that out at second.
Yes. But at this point, you can't worry about it.
Nope, we're knotted up at 0 now. So
Brody struck out last at bat. I bet he doesn't do it again. I bet he puts it in play.
a base hit now could possibly score 2 runs.
They have Justin Bell trotting out to
Warm up.
the mound. Going to see if he's going to be ready. Brody takes a hard strike too. He takes an inside pitch for strike and an outside pitch for strike. Usually you don't have both sides of the plate like that.
No, that last
That's
pitch had a
hard to-
good little curve. Looks like Farragut's actually got somebody warming up.
Good look. He tried to do it.
Good little spot to lay that ball if he could lay it right there.
Yeah, that
on
was
third
a
base.
that was a heads up play by Brody, poking it where the ball was hit. You know,
Sometimes you don't like the pitch, but you've got to put the bat on it. You know, foul it off, get your next pitch.
Brody does pretty good usually hitting where the ball is like that,
And that
which
is
is
gonna go
if
foul.
that's fair. Oh,
He got all
just
that.
foul.
Hey, fair's gone, kid. Gone it's fair. Gone it's fair.
Can we call for a review? That ball had a tail to it from the get-go.
Yeah, it did.
Oh,
So I'd probably look for an outside pitch here.
Yeah, and he's your catcher's lining up toward to the outside.
Again, this is what I'm talking about good here. This is what I like about Brody. He just pulled one like he should have on the pitch that was thrown
Yeah,
to him, and he
and
hits this one to the left side. That's a sign that he's
He's
seeing the ball and he's
real
hitting
well.
it. Even though he struck out his last at bat, he's seeing where he's trying to put the ball where it should go based off the pitch, not forcing.
yes, sir. Run up the pitch.
He's not forcing it.
He's battling. He's getting the pitch. He keeps fouling off to get the pitch that he
Well, I
wants.
said he wasn't going to strike out on this one, and he's had to foul off 4 in a row, I think.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully he heard me.
It's
He's
still
not
an
even gonna
0-2
strike
count.
out. Yeah, I know it's an 0-2 count, so he. So it's hard to explain what just happened, but basically
You have an error on the throw down by your
there was
catcher.
a fake steal by Job. Not even a fake steal. It was just almost like he got caught in no man's land. Catcher throws the ball, hits Job in the head, I believe. Didn't it? I think it did.
And it goes out into left field.
And then it goes out in the left field. Job makes a heads-up play after getting hit by the head in the head and scores from third. So we now have a 2-1 lead with Rhodey still battling on a 1-2 count, and Colby has moved up to third. Let's tack on another run. Be greedy, hits it, and it falls, and it gets past him. So Rhodey's going to head off to second, and the Governors are now leading 3-1 in the bottom of the 5th inning, scoring all 3 runs in this inning.
I don't think that left fielder ever even knew the ball was hit to him until right there.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Too late.
But again, he
He
hit the
didn't take
ball
a
where it
move.
was
Yeah.
and gets the run. And he did strike
That's
out,
a
like I
great
said.
battle.
Told you
Yeah,
what he was strike
That's
out.
a great battle.
He owes me for that one because I had confidence in him.
Looks like we're going to have a little talk here and try to. He's already called basically the fielder's off, so it's going to be a one-on-one talk. Sometimes them conversations are not as good. They're more one-ended than they are, or one-sided.
So who we have? The Governors facing the number 24 team in the nation, and not the knock on wood yet, but we're leading 3-1 after being down for 5 innings, 1-0. Got a chance. Guy on second with Vance up the plate to drive in another one. Let's go for 4. Why not 5? Let's just keep the wheels turning.
I don't know where that messed.
It must have been low. From our angle, it was definitely left and right. It looked like it was on it. I'm not complaining. 1-0 count.
Looks like they're actually trying to get that boy for Farragut warmed up as quick as possible.
As the piece goes 2-0 to Vance. Looks like he may have run out of gas.
And I want to say, that sun still may be affecting him. I mean, you can still see his bills down on his hat.
Yep.
And that makes a big difference. Somebody that's played it, and
that's going to be trouble. Could be trouble. No, good. Yeah, it was trouble. And we're going to go up.
Gov's going to play another run.
Yeah, so second base kind of slipped a little bit as he was fielding it. He hurried his throw to first and threw it where the first baseman couldn't scoop it. And from there, who was on base? Was it
Now
Kobe?
batting for William Blount, number 35.
who was it that
Brandon
scored?
Coggins.
I don't think it was Kobe.
I forgot who.
Rhodey.
Yeah, Rhodey scored from second on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was off to third on the play that was hit to second. So that puts Coggin up to bat. Vance replaces Kirkland at second. And Coggin
It's a mile
looks a
high.
pop up. Short's calling it.
Short's got it.
And
That'll
Govs,
end innings.
yeah, the Govs 4 runs in the bottom of the 5th to go up 3 runs, 4-1. So I would say the Governors did what they needed to do on that one. And I'm looking to see Rhodey looks like he's going to be going back to the mound. We will be back for the top of the 6th.
We're back here for the top of the 6th inning, and Rhodey still back on the mound with looks like their number 3 hitter up the bat, which he has had 2 strikeouts and a walk. No, actually, excuse me, yeah, that'd be him. The number. He's had 2 strikeouts and a walk. So.
So they start off the inning with a hit to left field. I'm not sure Rhodey's too worried about it.
Number 1, Angus Pence.
Let's go, Rhodey.
That was a tough play to make a decision on. Now, I'll tell you, if we've made any mistakes today, we just had the one. And it's not what I'm talking about with Bell. Bell looked like he just kind of got caught with what to do.
Now batting for Farragut, number 17, Hudson Seager.
I think it would have been better off to throw it to second base.
And that's exactly where I was going for is I really would have liked our left fielder to throw it to second and keep the guy at first. Instead, he was trying to throw the guy out at third, and it's always tempting. But like I said, I would prefer us throw it to second on that one, keep him at first, because completely double plays out of order. Now, the good thing is we got that 3-run lead, and so as much as I don't like seeing the runners at second and third, those runs don't matter. They only matter as it gets them closer if they do score. But Rhodey really needs to focus on the batter at this point and get our outs. First pitch strike, that's what we want to see here. Plays going to first. Nobody's. Oh, did he get him or not?
Got him.
Did they say he pulled him off?
No, they called him out.
They did call him out. Okay,
they called him out, but it was a very close play.
So if you're wondering why, I couldn't see it because in this press box, first base is hard for me to see.
Number 15, Eli Evans.
Couldn't quite get there, but we'll take the out. Let them argue it all they want. We'd be arguing if it was on our end too. That's part of the game. Take that out. The run scores.
You're still not hurt. You've only got 1 run plated on that. And so
yeah,
it's
4-2.
Yeah, they did score 1. Looks like they're going to be doing some sort of a change here. Let's see here. Who's this batting? Number 15 is new, so that would be.
He might be batting for their pitcher.
He is batting for the pitcher, so that means his day's probably done.
Let's go. 4-2 game. Top of the 6th. Got a runner at third. And strike 1 to the batter.
It's hard when you come off the bench and you've been coached, and then you get thrown into the situation to bat when it's clutch.
Right.
And he hits it with it.
He had a chance, old school, to throw that guy out at first.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's old school, but headsy play could have possibly thrown that guy out. He wasn't the most fleet of foot running to first.
Yeah.
So 4-3 game. They're going to replace him.
He done his job.
Now batting for the Admirals, number 53, Lucas Buckner.
So the Governors have, I think, warmed up both Coggin and Bell. Now, Coggin, I think, maybe warmed up a couple innings ago, but Bell was warming
I think
up.
Bell will probably be the one to go because Bell seems to be our closer. He's
He's definitely kind of earned that role or is earning that role.
Don't you see what's happening in this game right now? And we won't.
Rhodey goes 1-0 first pitch to the batter here.
This one has hit a base hit, but he's actually hit a base hit and then a fielder's choice.
Nice pitch for a strike on the corner there. Rhodey's still throwing strikes. It's not like he's changed anything. As he brings the 1-1 up, he throws the first. He says, "Get back a little bit."
I think keep him honest, kid.
Now the 1-1 count comes. Pop up.
And it is. That's going to
Gonna
go.
be not quite reachable. Patterson tried to run it down.
I think he didn't know where the fence was for the dugout. He slowed down right there at the.
That's adorable.
Rhodey's got a 1-2 count. On at first. That's probably the worst pitch I've seen him throw.
Other than the behind the back.
Yes, other than that. So,
But no, he's actually pitched an excellent game. You know?
yeah, I'm not saying he's doing anything bad. That's just probably one of the worst pitches I've seen him throw today.
He's been on most of this game. I mean, the sun has affected him a little bit, which as it does everybody.
Runner goes. Hewlin tries to frame it for the umpire, and he wasn't going for it. So runners at second. We got a 3-2 count. Big pitch here as the runner calls time. I'm not seeing who's on deck. I'm not sure how the on-deck hitter is done, but you got a free base at second.
He's
You
had
don't
a
necessarily-
strikeout, and he's had a fielder's choice that he's been in.
Okay, so
There you go.
got him. That's the same pitch he got a ball on earlier. I'm going to say 53. No offense to his family, but he looks like a freshman.
Yeah,
The one that was just back.
he's not liking it. He's through his helmet and everything.
Yeah, he was pretty mad about that play. So
But, hey,
Josh
that's-
Moore is hopping on the field. Looks like he is
Looks like
probably
Justin
going to
Bell's
second.
Yeah, Justin Bell's going to come in.
Bell is coming in.
I'll tell you what, Rhodey, give him a standing ovation. He pitched an excellent game. Yeah.
Yeah. So we will take a break as we are in a pitching change. get it in.
On the mound
So,
for William Blount,
Bell is
Bell.
warming up. And this game's kind of been going. I need to make sure we have this. We had an announcement today by Athletic Director Scott Cupp. He posted on Twitter that William Blount Governors have now hired a defensive coordinator from South Dole. So we were able to land Jay Winery.
Wow.
And
That's something we've needed.
yeah, and talking to Cup, he's expecting 2, 3, somewhere between 2 and 4 more hires. And
Kind of like a revamp.
yeah. So I've had, we had a couple. Bosco got. I don't know if you heard, but Coach Bosco is now going to be the head coach at the new school at Eagleton, whatever I forgot the name of that.
The STEMs, or not STEM school,
Right. Here comes the first pitch to. It's foul
ball.
off.
It fouled off the.
But yeah, Bosco is leaving. I think there was another coach that they also have. Either way, we have a new defensive coordinator, and I think you may even see a couple announcements. You may see an announcement as early as tomorrow about another coach that might be heading this direction. But from what I'm hearing, these are experienced coaches. They've been coached. Coach Winery is the way it's Winery. Coach, Cup told me it was Winery, so that's the way I'm going with. But you're looking at a 30-year coach.
That's
You're looking
good.
at
A lot
his
of experience.
last 10 years have been at South Dole. They have been on fire on defense at South Dole for the last 3 or 4 years. And one of our biggest issues has been defense.
Yeah.
So
Now you should get some sort of consistency on your defense.
One count coming. So players that know about it have heard about it, and they're be excited about that. That'll probably relieve Shad as far as doing defense. I think this is me speaking, but I think he enjoys doing offense more. So I could be wrong about that. He could correct me. But I've always thought that he likes offense and has a good mind for it. So it kind of gives him the opportunity
Takes away a lot from a coach's ability when you're having to do both.
Yeah, Shad has been very involved in both. And as a head coach, you should be. Got a 3-1 count from Bell, as you should be, but I do think it'll probably give him a little bit of more time to focus on offense, which could be very powerful this season. We got a lot of receivers and such. But anyway, that was the football announcement. We need to get back to the game here as the hits hit center field. Job's trying to run it down. He dives and does not make the play. Runner's on his way to third. And we have a tie game with 2 outs. So we just reset the game now.
Pretty much.
So I think we both have new pitchers in. No big deal. So what has been a game that's been cruising is all of a sudden has slowed down. Got a run at third, 2 outs. And the guy that plays for the Cowboys is up. Big dude. Dallas, I think, was his last name. It's been a good game to be watching. One count with a strike swing in there. That was a nice looking pitch. So one thing I noticed last week watching Bell for the first time for this year is I didn't he has a lot of movement on his pitches.
Yes.
And they're coming at a good clip too. So it's fun to watch those things move across the plate. That's what makes him so effective.
You know, I've noticed like a lefty has more of a natural curve. It's got more of a natural road, but when a righty throws a curveball, it just looks prettier. It's just the way it moves.
Yeah, but sitting back here on the press box looking down, you could really get a good angle of that ball moving from one side to the other, just like that one did for strike 3. So the Governors give up 3 runs back in the bottom, in the top of the 6th. But it's a brand new game, 4-4 with new pitching. So let's just see what happens, and we'll be back after this break.
Now batting for William
Here are
Butler,
the
38,
bottom of the
Trevor
6th. Trevor Euland's up to bat, and we've found out that we don't have a new pitcher on the mound. Again, not knowing the rules on my side, we thought that they took him out because they were pinch hitting for him. Apparently, that was not the case. Again, most of my baseball knowledge is around major leagues, which I know that's impossible to do. So it's always I have to work myself backwards from major leagues to figure out. And then you go down in little league. You just
and it's like a happy medium in between.
Yeah, that's the one thing that we're talking about football. One thing, football doesn't change much. You have the pass interference penalty, and maybe a couple more, and that's about it. That's different. I mean, that's different.
Oh yeah, that's different. Yeah.
But in baseball, the rules change at every level. 1-2 count coming to Euland here. And I just don't have the energy to keep up with all of it.
No, it's a little different. I mean, you know, typical passer, you get pulled, you're out.
Yeah, the game stays the same. The actual gameplay doesn't change at all.
Yeah, it's not changed. I mean, the innings will usually be the only thing that changes is the fluctuating innings.
Yeah. Euland stays alive by fouling it off the right field out of play. It's actually a good thing, I think, that they left the pitcher in. We started to hit him. So let's see if we can do something here. Two count on its way. Curveball for strike 3. Good pitch by
That was a pretty
Peace.
pitch.
Bell's going to be looking for payback here.
Now batting for the Govs, number 15, Justin Bell.
4-4 game, bottom of the 6th. 1 out. That was high, I guess.
High, I guess. mean, it's hard to tell because he's almost doing the splits as he's catching, and it was about mask level, which you would think would be a strike.
They look like the same pitch.
Yeah.
But he swung on this one.
Bullpen for Farragut is still going strong right now.
1-1 pitch on the way. A little off speed. A little curveball, I guess. For strike. Get a 1-2 count. Strike 3, swinging. Govs got 2 outs now. Jacob Patterson's up to bat. Can't speak.
Now batting for the Governors, number 31, Jacob Patterson.
So who's the one that got the hit for us?
You have Kobe Abbott got a hit, then Rhodey got a hit.
So Colby's the one that broke it through.
And then actually the one that
Patterson
broke it through was Avery Crabtree. He got the first hit.
Okay. The reason I was asking because he's up next.
You had him get a hit, then you had the E6,
right,
which is on base. Then you had the 2 back-to-back hits.
Okay.
And then the E4, which has scored Rhodey to give us our 4th run.
1-2 count.
I know he's got to be getting way up in his pitch count. It seems to me like he's pitched more than Rhodey has.
He's got a 1-2 count on Patterson. Pitch is on its way. Fouled off just barely by Patterson to stay alive.
But he looks a little bit more energized than he did last inning. Last inning he started, looked like he was a little gassed, but he's refocused and pulled some more out of him.
Hey, let's go, 3-1. Come on out, kid.
So I just got a text from Coach Shadowins. He's listening on the Gov Nation Network. Jay Wintery, new DC, and he also confirmed that it looks like we're going to be hiring a couple more on their way. I asked him if I was right about his liking offense more. We'll see if he responds to that. He may not respond.
That's a base hit right there. That's actually
Patterson.
That's a base hit.
Nice shot to left center. That's always nice when your football coach is listening into your baseball feed. So, welcome to the Gov Nation Network there, Coach. You need to coach a game. He coached a basketball game earlier and got a win.
Can coach us a baseball game.
I guess he's going to – I don't know if he's ever coached another game, but he may retire 1-0 as a basketball coach. So, anyway, Avery's 1-0, Patterson at first.
Avery's got a lot of power in his swing too. We could just keep that going, keep that momentum going, put a couple runs up, and then have a 1, 2, 3 inning, pull out a W.
A lot of excitement happening around here in the sports world. Last week, our softball team did really well.
Yes.
Our tennis team took out, I think, Alcoa and Maryville. That's always nice. I'm not. I think the soccer team. Well, I won't say anything about soccer because I'm not exactly sure what may have happened with that. But overall, strike swinging, catcher falls, and Patterson is going to make it to third on the throw to first that got away from the catcher. There's that wet ground possibly playing into everything.
Their first baseman just dove into Avery, trying to get him out because he ran through the base.
Yeah. Trying to knock him off, I guess.
Now right here's where we need Joe to
Now
sell in there, give him a good base hit, some smart bait rush running, and go back ahead.
Joe Matassian looking for another big hit. Still think he's due. I know he got on base last time, but still think he's due. Why not now? That's my question.
Yep.
I'm honestly ready to call Joe by his real name.
One game, just get one game with it.
But he's got to fulfill his end of the. It wasn't a bargain he asked for, but he's got to fulfill his end of it before I actually call him by his right name.
That's going to be a tough play right there with that speed. Oh, but he got it.
Yeah, he got it. 4-4 as we head to the top of the seventh. Let's hope for no extra innings and let's win this thing in the bottom of the seventh. Nice play by Patterson on the first pitch of the top of the seventh inning. I can't tell if the ball would have been foul or not, but Patterson stuck his glove out there and hauled it in for that first out of the inning. Bunt. Coggins got it. Make that 2 outs. 2 pitches, 2 outs. You really can't do it any better than that right there.
Number 2, Tanner Kim.
The only way you could do it better is if somebody bad out of position and then they get a free out. That's the only way I can think of it. 2 pitches, 2 outs for Mr. Bell. That pitch almost clipped him in the back, but as it is, it's just a ball. So I'm laughing at Coach Shadowan's response. He did the he answered it the right way. He's basically said, "I've always run the offense," but he's also coached a lot of defense. So he answered it without answering it, which is what I would expect. Anyway, big time stuff happening with the football program there. And a lot of positive things. 1-2 count by Justin Bell. Fouled off.
Looks like Justin's settling in now.
Yep. Well, when you were gone, he only threw 2 pitches and got 2 outs.
That's what I was
Then you
saying.
come back
like,
up here and he has to throw extra pitches.
Let me go back down there.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. If somebody gets on base, we may have to send you out of here. Little pause there. It's going to be a tough shot by Coggin, but Andy overthrows first base. Runners off to second. Coggin may have rushed that throw a little bit. He probably could have taken an extra step to make that throw, but as it is, you got a runner at second base, 2 outs. Here comes the pitch. Ball low, I believe.
Hey, head up, kid. Come on up.
Coach Eds said he does love calling offense. So, anyway, thanks for he and I have been texting back and forth. So, either way, the last I'll say about it, because I know we're trying to watch this game, but really excited about the football season coming up. Moving to a new region, new opponents. Got I think a really good chance of having a high-powered offense. And with a new defensive coordinator with a lot of experience, I think our defense is going to be also much better. So a lot of things happening there. As Bell goes 3-0.
Come on, kid.
Coach Young is calling time.
Putting him on base so we can get a force.
Yeah, not a bad deal. I mean, at this point in this late inning, 3-0, why waste the pitch? I don't think the pitch.
He's hit the ball. He had hit the ball every time up the bat.
Yeah. I'm not.
This guy has 2.
It makes me wonder. I'm not sure if Bell was pitching around him a little bit on purpose.
I think so, because he's a cleanup batter anyway. So
yeah, it's a great game to be watching here. Again, Farragut is, I think, the number 24 team in the country, and here are the Govs hanging right there with them. Had the lead at one point. This would be a big win for our Governors.
especially a district win if we could.
Yeah, you get the district win and you get just a good win in general.
Good momentum win.
Yeah. Either way, it's, what you hear about Farragut, you would think that we losing 50-0. Just
and some of the teams in the past that would have been that way. That's,
yeah. So
Farragut has always been kind of a top. I mean, you go to their field, and their wall is graffiti full of.
Yeah, but
signs.
just the hype, you would think it'd be a football score as far as their
Yeah.
offense or whatever. But it's we've had good pitching. They've had good pitching. It's been a good game, and we've stood right in there with them. I would argue we've played better defense.
Yeah.
If there's a spot, we've played better defense. Bell falls on that pitch and still gets the strike. So even when we mess up and fall, we're doing better than they are.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, we've had a couple errors, but I mean they've had a few errors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's still, I mean, yeah, we're 2 weeks into the season, but it's still, still young, especially since some of these
staring
boys didn't even
contest
play, this point last year,
Yeah.
seasons ended.
Yeah.
And there are a few fall seasons, but I mean, with the restrictions and stuff, it was a hard
That's
go.
strike 3. We get out of it. No harm done. Here we go, bottom of the 7th. We'll be back on the other side of this, and I'm looking forward to us having a walk-off of some sort.
I hope so.
Guns number 2, Colby Abbott.
We are back here in the bottom of the 7th, and hopefully going to be winning it in a walk-off fashion. Kobe Abbott is up to bat, and we have a new pitcher, which is number 27 from Farragut. I don't know his name right offhand, but he's got more of the old-school submarine pitch.
Yes. Yeah. The one that his knuckles almost grab the ground.
Caleb Toon's his name.
Colby puts it in play.
They got it.
He tagged him.
Good play by your first baseman.
It was a high throw. Jumped up, caught it. Tagged Colby on the way.
Now batting for William Blount, number 6, Rhodey Kirkland.
Let's see if Rhodey can get us going here.
Hey, let's go, Rhodey.
Pretty pitch. That's the thing with a submarine pitch like that. It looks like it's outside as it starts off, and it comes right down the middle.
And sometimes they rise on you.
They row. They do like a barrel row.
Like that one right there. That one right there had an upper angle to it, and then it curved out.
It's not like a traditional
It came
finish,
down and curved out.
Finished like a traditional curveball.
Yeah. That's why you have to get your eyes focused on the actual ball.
Yeah,
that's what they teach you to, coaching-wise. A lot of people say you should be focusing on hitting the inside of the ball. So it doesn't matter where it is, you just find the inside of the ball and hit it.
You have to pick it up quick. Like you can't on the pitcher like that. You can't watch the arm movement. You have to pick the ball up. So you have to go past the arm movement and pick it up when it's the ball.
Right. 1-2 count to Kirkland. That was at
hard
his
pitch
knees.
to lay off of because that last pitch he hit fouled off. That was about that same spot.
2-2 count. That's a hard hit ball to center field. Looks like it might get tracked down.
He caught it.
And it was tracked down on a
That was a good
jumping.
catch. Very good catch for their center fielder.
Yeah, he
And
kind of did a hop.
He jumped about all he could get on that. Get that. You know, plays like that can make them be more of a top 25 team. You know,
Yeah.
you
Now
got
batting
Yeah.
for William Blount, number 21, Will Vance.
He's about to pitch it, and his players aren't back in place yet. It just takes time. He was ready to.
yeah. They
He was so pumped up
Your
from that
shortstop was still over at second base when he was on the mound.
Yeah.
So.
He was getting the sign, ready to roll. Of course, Vance was up there ready to hit it.
I know you don't like us, but you gotta admit it. And even if you argue with him,
We'll say this, and we said about there being 3 freshmen, 3 or 4 freshmen starting on this team. Some of these guys look young. The pitcher on the mound looks young. I don't know what.
He does. Their first baseman, well, it's a different one, but they're
Yeah,
actually it's a second baseman. That's a kid that we were saying
yeah.
looks like a freshman.
2-1 as Vance swings for strike 1. Outside pitch. Brings it 3-1.
You know, on the right-handed batter, that ball looks like it's going to hit you when it comes out of his hand.
He missed. Swung at ball 4, but that goes for an out. And we are going to extra innings.
Free
On
baseball.
Monday, I thought we were going to 9 innings because I forgot they only did 7. So this is what I was expecting all along. So we are going to because I forgot that they went this way. We are going to the top of the 8th, and we'll be back shortly. So here we are in the top of the 8th, and Chris and I were just talking during the break that what was cruising along at a hurried clip is now we've finished 7 innings, and we're all tied up, 4-4, and we're going longer than we were expecting.
It's free baseball.
Shot to Josh Moore at second, throws him out at first.
You know, typically, other than a few miscues, you know, both teams have played pretty decent ball. You know,
Yeah.
there's been some mistakes, which I mean,
Josh-
it's going to happen.
Josh is a good, sure-handed second baseman.
Yes,
he
yes,
always
he
has
is.
been. Josh
Which
is a
is-
senior now, right? I believe.
Yeah, he's a senior, which is promising because if you've got somebody, you know, like Kobe Abbott playing there, if Kobe comes to pitch, I mean, Kobe, I don't know if he still pitches. I know he pitched, you know, junior varsity level, but or if Justin Bell comes in to pitch, you've got that opportunity. You can shift players around. So like we're talking about, you know, the middle infield being, you know, set. I mean, you've got people multiple that can play multiple positions there. You know, and I think if need be, Justin Bell could probably play second just as good as he
Yeah.
can play short.
We also have Reardon who can play
Yeah.
any of those positions. He's a junior.
Yeah, Trent, yeah. Yeah, he usually shares duty with, I think, Brandon at third base most of the time, doesn't he?
Yeah, he had. I may be wrong. His comebacker to Bell throws him out at first. 2 quick outs.
Now batting for the Admirals, number 8, Brennan Siegler.
It's always fun being the home team on these extra inning games because you always have, like, the only way they're going to win is a walk-off.
It's a walk-off, yeah.
Yeah.
Now you're a walk-off.
If you win, it's going to be exciting. And those are the ones you remember. I still remember 2 years ago, Will Combs. I remember it. Will Combs sliding into home, I believe, for a game winner in extra innings against Marable.
I was going to say it was Marable, wasn't it?
Yeah. Drop strike.
3 up,
Thrown
3
out
down.
first.
That's the fashion we like to have it in.
Yeah, not many pitches.
You know, we're talking about the quickness slowing down, but that
Yeah,
was a
I guess
pretty
they heard
quick
me
time.
talking. Now we just got to get this run in.
But we'll be back here at the bottom of the 8th.
Brandon Coggins.
Back at the bottom of the 8th inning, Brandon Coggins going to lead us off. We've got a couple good bats, you know, coming up, so hopefully we can get
Ball
something
one
going.
inside. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything that's scaring our batters with this pitcher.
No, it's just I think they're
It's
still trying to
slower.
figure him out.
It's a little slower than what we were seeing, I think.
I think they're still trying to figure out the rotation of it. Brandon,
That's going to be trouble. Nice.
They got him.
They caught him out.
I don't know about that, but
It was a bang play. Good play by third baseman.
It's hard
Good
to-
play by the first baseman.
it's hard to judge that. And I mean, if you'd like to see that play, I might remind you after the game, you can actually go back to Gov Nation Network and rewatch.
Yeah, you can't zoom in on it very well, but you can at least see it again. Actually, on some of these, you can actually go back. You can actually rewind it as you're watching it. So you could watch it again. Y'all could text us what you thought it was. I thought it was out, but it was close.
Yeah, it was close. So it's
Most of the time when it's close, it's going to go down as an out. It's not an official thing, but they say tie go the runner. But if you've ever read the rule book, that's not an actual rule.
right.
It's kind of a rule of thumb, but even the rule of thumb never
Well, I
gets
mean,
called.
you've
It
got
always goes to the out.
As the umpire at first base, you've got a lot of things going on. You've got the runner. You
Yeah.
can't watch it all, so you're having to listen for
One
the
count right
step. You're going to have to listen for the foot to hit the bag, the ball to hit the glove, and try to keep an eye on the runner to make sure that It's hard playing. When it's bang bang like that sometimes, I mean, the safest call is just call
Be
him
out.
out.
Yeah. I think he was out, but
Yeah. Way to hold back on that.
2-2 count after Hewlin holds off. Comes a pitch. Hewlin hits it to short. I think this is, we kind of joked about it, but I think we're starting to see this defense from Farragut make some of these plays that
They wasn't making earlier.
yeah, not that they weren't, not only that they weren't making, but they're making the hard plays.
Now
They're making those hard plays look. That wasn't an easy play.
That was very hard. That was you had no time.
Right, he had to be quick, and he was smooth. So that shortstop is really smooth. Now, we haven't had a lot of shots hit the shortstop either. So
Let's go, JB.
another one to short. He's been automatic. And here we find ourselves going to the top of the ninth. Got some free baseball coming. Like more. See you in the top of the ninth. Yeah.
Back with you here at the top of the ninth. We're going to play a major league ball game now.
Maybe they heard me talking about knowing major league rules and just thought we'd go to 9 innings. Another shot to the
One
not
pitch,
shot, but
one
pitch.
hit, one out.
Efficiency by Bell on the mound.
Now batting for Farragut, number 12, Parker Evans.
Evans is at bat.
Evans is actually it's not hit all game.
He showed bunt. Took strike one. I guess he offered at it for strike one.
And then
And he hits it
all
into the
game.
gap. Not quite the gap, but center field. 1 on, 1 out after the hit to center
Now
field.
batting for Farragut, number 13, Bryce Berkey.
Makes you wonder if they're what the game plan is here with 1 out. They were willing to bunt with 1 out. Would they be willing to bunt with the guy on first if 1 out? I don't see why they wouldn't. I don't know how this batter is as far as his history, so who knows, but Coggins playing a little bit in at third. He's on the grass. They're showing bunt. He's running in. pulls it back.
I think that's more of a, trying to play, like we're saying, a game within the game.
Yeah, they're trying to pull him up.
Trying to
and
get
then hit-
him to be able to take second base.
Yeah, every run matters now. Not that it didn't earlier, but it just seems more important when you're in extra innings for sure, and you're in the top of an inning. Bell seems to be a heady baseball player.
It's very smart
Even this little quick. Oh, gets away, and Hewlin doesn't know where it is. Runner's looking. He peeked at third, but Hewlin found the ball. That pitch looked like it rose up on Hewlin. He was expecting it lower, and it was.
It did. It looked like it was I don't know. Like it sailed, like a.
It sailed him for sure. You could see, and the catcher threw his hand up to try to catch it. So I think he thought he caught it. Then he looked at his glove, and it wasn't in there. Now 3-0.
Let's go. Find it right here, kid.
He's showing. He has been showing bunt. I wouldn't be showing bunt. The guy's at second. You got one out. You're trying to hit the ball. Trying to strike. 3-1 count now. Showing bunt. Pulls it back. Swings for strike 2. Honestly, I think he'd just be better off having just swung and not showing the bunt.
Yeah, I think I threw his timing off a little bit.
Yeah. At this point, he's already shown it and keeps pulling it back. I don't think anybody's actually expecting it. Fouls it off to the tennis courts. I didn't hear anybody scream, so that's good.
Yeah, I was looking because there's little kids over there playing.
Are there little kids over there? Definitely don't want them screaming. 3-2 to the batter. Here comes the pitch. And it's popped up. Cotton is trying to run it down, but it's out of play. Into the stands. After all the rain, it's been a beautiful night out here. If you're looking on the screen here, that's about as pretty as a picture as you're going to get. So maybe get a little bit more focus, but when you only have one camera, that's what you got. Popped up. Looks like center's calling it. Joe brings it in. That's 2 outs.
Now batting for the Admirals, number 2, Tanner Kim.
All right, I'm feeling good about this batter, and I'm going to go on record of saying I'm feeling good about our next bottom of the 9th inning. It'd be interesting to know if Stan Painter was here and he was calling games. Not in this game, of course, but does he call adios in games in baseball? That's
you have to on a home run.
Huh? Tyler said they've talked to him about that.
He usually doesn't do it in baseball because there's no clock.
Yeah, he said he doesn't normally do it in baseball. There's no clock.
You can do it when you hit a home run. That's the only time you can really do it. So if you hit that ball and you see it and you say adios.
Oh yeah, adios, but
go.
not for the basketball reason of adios.
No, not for the basketball.
Like we're staying adios is the game. So
walk off. You can do it.
Well, maybe if we hit one, I'll try to say it. Yeah, we got to come up with our own little sayings.
Yeah.
These all these announcers, they always have something that they say. Money.
Bert Camp.
And Tyler. Tyler said it too. You got adios by Stan. That's a shot up the center. That's probably going to score the run. Throw it to second. Don't throw it home. Honestly, I would have just thrown it to second. I mean, I know it wasn't going to get him.
Yeah.
You run the risk of the guy running from first to second.
Now batting for the Admirals.
It's just such a hard play in center field because you got to get everything, to
Right.
get it there. And you're taking too many steps to get there, but, I mean, you have to.
Yeah. Now, Tracy coming out to talk to Bell.
Just calm him down,
Nobody's out
2
there
outs.
warming up.
No, it's his game. He's finishing this inning.
So I was wrong about that batter. I'll take my lumps when I say it. I had a feeling it was just the wrong feeling.
Well, we're in the top of the 12. It's like 7-7. I really just don't know anymore.
It's been a heck of a game.
I like games like this. I mean, it's not one lopsided games. It's hard games. It actually shows you where you stand.
Right.
Where as a ball organization, it shows you where your weaknesses are, what you need to do to better yourself to take that next step up.
Well, if you think about it, if they really are as highly ranked as they are, which I'm not so sure that they are, but I mean, a lot of that's based off of their history of being Farragut. I'm not saying they're not a good team, but they're definitely one of the best teams in the state easily.
Oh yeah, I mean, look,
Easily.
they've got three. You got 3 committed and signed already.
And here
to
we
play
are,
Division
we're playing
I
this
baseball.
game, staying in with it. And I know baseballs can be that way, but our pitching's been good. Their pitching's been good. Our defense, it's been good.
We've been kind of even defensively wise.
Regardless of the outcome of this game, we should be able to go away from this game and say we can play anybody, anytime.
Oh yeah.
And they need to believe. Now, win would help you believe it better, believe it more. But
honestly, the only game that we've really just lost, in my opinion,
was just that Hardin Valley game.
Hardin Valley game. Because the other games, Maryville was a couple miscues.
Yeah.
We've had the sun play effect on it. Just some of the batting.
Yeah, and that game was probably honestly lost in the first inning with the first run.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know what's going to happen. On the end of the game.
Right.
But it changes everything.
But that was the one time in that game we were kind of weak. When I say the one time, we were kind of weak on defense in that first inning, and kind of gave Maryville the thought that they can hang with. Because I think we, as Bell walks the batter, now we have 2 on, 2 outs.
Now batting for Farragut, number 17.
Runners at first and second. But yeah, I mean, either way, I've been impressed with this team. They've been doing really well playing well as a team. This team can go as deep as they could go to the playoffs and go deep. They could.
Oh yeah. I mean, you never know how it falls. I mean, Farragut can make it to the playoffs and lose a game that they should win.
Yeah.
And it changes the whole dynamic because your powerhouse is out.
And this is just me seeing 1 week of games. I've seen enough to go, they're pitching well, good defense. That's the 2 ingredients you need the most. That's an out.
Takes us
shot to second.
1 run's not bad, especially the situation we're in right there. You're only giving up 1 run.
Right.
We can get that run back. You're talking about the 1 run. Let's get that 1 run.
Yeah. You're always expecting to get 1 run in the inning, right? Yeah. All right, so here we go. We're going to the bottom of the 9th. We need 2. Go.
Number 31, Jacob Patterson.
All right, we're back here at the bottom of the ninth. Jacob Patterson, which with one swing at the bat could, extend this game.
Yep, it's 5-4, bottom of the ninth. First pitch is on its way. Patterson fouls it off. So we were just talking in the break as well. We're talking about the Farragut team here. A couple of, I think, Tennessee commits. And how about that? Those Tennessee Volunteers.
I tell you what, 5-1, starting off in SEC play. They
swept LSU.
Yeah, they beat Georgia 2-1. 2 games to 1.
Strike 2 to Patterson.
The couple of losses that they've actually had this year, 1 or 2 of them have been against teams that you would have not thought. I mean, just like midweek games, like they didn't show up to play. They're still working out kinks.
Or maybe throwing a pitcher that's not your normal starting. That midweek game that's
you're
really
still
throwaway
trying to feel.
games.
You've not got your you've got your bullpen set for what you're going to throw when you go into conference play. But
you're trying to get somebody ready so they can play on a weekend game at some point. Those are really that's kind of like your JV team.
Yeah, exactly.
On those Wednesdays.
See a lot. You had
Patterson fouls it back.
I guess he's a sophomore now, Evan Russell, against LSU at second game. Got up to bat 3 times and hit 3 home runs. And he just, he was just on fire.
I've got to make it out to a game at some point. If anything, just to get some sun.
Yeah, I heard. I've heard it's season pass, but I've also heard from people that if you
2-2 count now.
If you go to the gate, during game time, they will let you. You can buy tickets. It's just depending. They do the season passes. And it's pretty much your season pass.
2-2 count.
First.
Patterson hits it the second. He eats it up and throws it first for your first out. It's first come, first serve. Your season passes get it, and if they don't show up, then they sell tickets after a certain point. Yeah.
But I like to, I've been trying to watch most of them on that ESPN app.
And it's number 12, Avery Crabtree.
They've got a lot of talent this year. They got a lot of hard hitters, a lot of
they
good
were
pitching.
Supposed to have a good team last year before COVID hit, and then we lost.
Well, they
lost a couple people to the draft at that point.
Like 19-0 or something like that last year, 20-0.
Yeah. Well, no, they didn't. Did they? Well, I don't.
They didn't lose the first game
before the COVID.
The last series
before.
Count. The last series before, they were supposed to schedule to start SEC play.
Right, that's what it was.
Is when they lost.
But they were
game.
coming into that with hardly any. Yeah, they were looking good, but then they lost a couple of those guys off the roster.
Well, they lost 3 of their starting pitchers.
Yeah, but they look like they just reloaded.
One of them has actually already had his major league debut. I think the Reds.
He pitched last year?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that. He pitched for the Reds last year.
This is the Reds, yeah.
Okay. Strike 3 to Crabtree. So now we are 5-4, bottom of the ninth. Job is up to bat. He wants to keep us alive here. If he can get on base, we're back at the top of our lineup. Job's, they've got him batting. It's kind of interesting. He's almost like a second leadoff hitter if he can get on base.
He's got speed. He's probably as fast, if not faster, than anybody on the team.
Ball 1 outside. I'm going to keep saying it. Job is due.
He's very due. Yeah.
For a big hit. I don't know what that hit looks like, but it's.
He's got a favorable count right now. If we can just.
Take strike 1. 2-1 now. He's ready to hit now. Let's reset. You're still up in the count. Look for your ball to hit. Hit it hard. Outside. Runs at 3-1. He snuck that one in on the corner. 3-2 count.
it's just very hard to pick his ball up. I mean, it's
it's kind of a. He's definitely done well as he came in.
it's coming across the plate. You know, it's not coming straight across. It's coming from one side, starting at one side of the plate, and finishing on the other side.
Right. Joe fouls it off to stay alive. Something's going to happen on this pitch. I guess something happens on every pitch, but something has got to happen on this pitch. 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and that'll do it. The Govs came back from 1-0, went up 4-1, and then turned around and gave up 3 in the 6th inning, I believe it was, to tie it back up, and we've been tied ever since until this inning.
So the top of the ninth.
Yeah,
and they gave up 1 run.
You know what? Like I said earlier, I don't like. Well, I'm not going to say it, but they can look at this game and say we can play with anybody.
Yeah,
that's what they need to come away. They need to be upset. They need to be mad. They need all those things.
But now you've got a solid ground to go back in the locker room and say, okay, here's where we struggled. Here's what we can fix. You know, it's not a lopsided to where it's like, man, they just hit all over. This is the few things we need to tighten up on.
This is a tip your hat type game at the end of it. They played well. We didn't. We played well. Everybody could have hit better, right? Everybody says that.
That'd be on both teams, though. You can say
but it's not like you had horrible pitching on either side of this one.
No.
But that'll do it for varsity games on the Gov Nation Network this week. Like I said earlier, real quickly, we will try to show the JV games. They will only be on Gov Nation Network. They will not be on Facebook or YouTube due to the copyright issues. And anyway, you get the point. Gov Nation Network, if you want to watch JV games later this week. That'll do it for now. We will see you again. What day?
April 5th, I think, is Heritage. Yeah.
April 5th.
April 5th against Heritage.
Against Heritage. What day of the week is that? April 5th.
Let's see. That'll probably be Monday or Tuesday, I bet. I bet it'll be Tuesday.
Okay. Yeah, so it looks like next Monday or Tuesday we'll be playing Heritage here, and we'll be broadcasting that one. So thanks for watching, and we will catch you next time.
Fans, don't forget our next home game is Monday, April 5th against Heritage.